Alright. So there on NewbieVeT, got a special guest. We got my dude OTRU Sinatra. Said it right?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. First off, let's get into that. What made you come up with that name? And what's the origin behind that name?
Only the real understand. Only the real understand Sinatra. That's what the OTRU stand for. Only the real understand Sinatra. It started from prison, man. I was in chain gang and I was sitting back one day. And
so you came up with this name when you was locked up?
Yeah, most definitely. I was locked up, and I was sitting back one day, and I was listening to a Kevin Gates mixtape, or the one where he had the whole how to Jalabia along with the Kufi. I think it's called The General. Only the Generals understand.
Okay, only the Generals understand.
So I listened to a Kevin Gates mixtape, and as I'm listening to it, you know, something just something hit me, and I was like, OTRU. I'm seeing the only the general understand, so it was like OTRU, only the real understand.
Right.
You feel me? So,
okay, that's dope.
Right. So I was just like, I'm gonna run with that, only the real understand.
Good twist on the words.
Good twist. And Sinatra is basically like, you know, one of Frank Sinatra is somebody that I usually listen to, that I like too, is Frank Sinatra. So, you know, just listening to Frank Sinatra and seeing how great he was as far as like music wise, and how he, you know what I'm saying, like how he was on tracks, the way he came on songs, and you know what I'm saying, it just made me, I was like, I like Sinatra, I like Frank Sinatra. Right. So I just ran with the name Sinatra. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it came, that's how it came about, only the real understand. Sinatra.
Okay. Alright, so let's go for, let's start at the very beginning. So you're originally from Augusta, Georgia.
Well, definitely.
Augusta, Georgia. Okay. Well, what neighborhood you was raised at first? You know, initially.
Initially from the Hill.
The Hill. Okay.
Apartment 61.
Okay.
1991.
Okay.
Hampshire Apartments.
How was that memory like? You know, for you back then.
Really just, you know what I'm saying, one mama. You feel what I'm saying? Two brothers. So it was just, you know, I wouldn't say like hard, because I can't really remember like too much. It was so long ago.
So you grew up on a single parent home.
Single parent home.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like your father, like he was around, or he was,
Nah. He wasn't never around. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Was that so? Like, how was that like growing up for you? Like, you know, just as you feel like. Do you feel like not having a father in the household? Because my father wasn't there for me, you know, as well.
Right.
But definitely. You know, do you feel like not having the other parent there affects the black household, or just any household in general?
Yeah, most definitely. I most definitely do, because I think that if I did have my father in my life, you know, really guiding me, leading me in the right direction, that maybe things could have turned out different for me. Right. You know what I'm saying? By him not being there, it's just my mama, you know. Sometimes I took matters into my own hands. Like, you know, I'm going to do this or do that, or do
make
this
some
or
things
whatever.
happen.
Right. I took matters to my own hand, and not having a father there to really coach me or guide me and be like, hey, this what, you know, you should do. This what we, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to worry about going out there doing that, because I got you, little bro. Come on. Right. And take me up under the wing and take me with him. Right. You see what I'm saying? Show me the rope, show me the way. I probably wouldn't have turned out different, but right. Am I like upset or regret the way it turned out now? The things that I went through, I can't say that, because it made me who I am today. Right. So yeah, but having a father most definitely would have made me.
Right. So you said so it's 3 siblings. Was 3 of y'all?
Two
of y'all.
Yeah, 2. Me and my brother.
You and your brother.
Hampshire Apartments. On the hill.
Okay. Who the oldest?
My other brother.
Your other brother oldest. Okay. So like just growing up, most of this your mother and him, and you know you and your brother just growing up. Yeah. So how was like growing up with just y'all 3, just in life, like?
I mean, me and my brother to this day we get along. That's my boy. Okay. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother, man. Yeah, man, it was good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mom Deuce made sure that she did what she could to provide. As one mother, you know what I'm saying, she did what she could to provide coming up. We was staying out there in Hampshire, so I mean, you know, I couldn't get there. I ain't gonna sit up here and cap like every time I turn around. You know, even young though, I still remember Michael Jordan, especially on them cards. You remember them cards? Right. I used to love getting them cards. So it's like I still remember Michael Jordan watching Space Jam.
Oh yeah,
I want them J's.
I think it's every childhood movie. Space Jam, one of them at least.
I want them, but mama ain't got it like that to buy me them J's. I can't get them new retro just came out, cause back then Joe was high as hell.
So like, what high school? Well, what schools you went to, by the way? I asked everybody down this way because they done been to like at least 6 or 7 schools. Yeah. Like in total, like, but how many schools you done been to, and what schools you remember that you?
Abraham Mirror. That was elementary school I went to. I went to Abraham Mirror for about, I think, kindergarten, like 4th grade, 5th grade or something like that. And then we left there and I went to Willis Road. Went to Willis Road probably like 1 year. Maybe like going into the end of my 5th grade year. And then Morgan Road, most definitely Morgan Road, when we moved up towards the way out there by Butler Mountain, Morgan Road. And then Glen Hills High School.
Glen Hill, okay. So Glen Hill,
shout out to the Spartans, man. You
so from Glen Hill, that's what you graduated from. Well, okay, so how was Glen Hill experience for you?
Glen Hills, man, what can I? Hey, we was really rough around the edges at Glen Hills. We were thugging at Glen Hills. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, we were thugging at Glen Hills. So, but I mean, you know, as a child still, like I say, coming up, just my mama, not having my dad around, just having a mama to really raise me and still try to, you know, give me guidance and, you know, put morals and principles into me. Right. You know.
So, question.
Talk to me.
So, what pulled you into more being into like the streets, as far as like being outside more, as far as, you know, like you said, your mother, you know, she worked, did everything on her part. Mm-hmm. But as us young black men, there's always this something. You know, it'd be different for each person, but it's always something that draws us towards this direction, where we know like this direction isn't good for us. It's nothing good from it, but it's so fun at the time, and it's excitement and the adrenaline of just that rush at the time. But it is so, but then you realize the older you get, like so much trouble and money and fines and shit come behind all that shit. So it's like the fun shit be fun as hell, like can't count.
I definitely do.
But like, what drove you to this, like, far as out there, like away from the academic part, so as far as going to college, trying to go, you know, what drove you more to that side of being? If you wasn't all the way out there, what drove you to be around it as much?
Good question, most definitely. You become a product of your environment. For me, some people, it might be different, you know what I'm saying? Like some people, you know what I mean, even though they can be around it, they can still come out of it and go to, you know, you got people probably coming out of projects or whatever, they might see it and be around it, but they can still come out of it, go to school, play basketball, football, go out, be a football player. You see what I'm saying? So I don't believe I think it's the individual. So for me as an individual, you know, the product of my environment, it hooked me. You see what I'm saying? And I know, so it hooked me. It's just, I mean, like just going out, like we was out there in Butler Mountain, just going out every day and, you know, being around like what's going on. Like my partners, my friend, everybody that I'm around, like they into this, you know, they into what they do. So it's like that. Once I realized, like, oh man, this was going on for real. Once I realized that, it just, instead of me taking the right route, I took the wrong route, and it's just like.
So this is from this is that your time doing and hanging in Butler Manor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, at time hanging in Butler Manor. Yeah, most definitely. When I got out there, I think.
So Butler Manor, I heard plenty of stories from Butler Manor from different interviews. What was your experience out there like? As far as how was it back then?
Back then, you know, man, a lot of drug selling.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of people out there, you know, doing that.
A lot of these neighborhoods was back then.
Yeah. Back there, just a lot of hustling. So when I walk out the door, if I'm going outside, I'm going out the door and I'm into the neighborhood, this is what I'm seeing. Right. This what's going on. We got partners, they boom, you know, they over here on Nallcrest, so I'm just like, hey, what's going on? So it's just, like I say, like, as an individual, because you gotta think about it now. It's some individuals out there that went the right way. Right. They married now. Right. You see what I'm saying? They got kids. Right. And they went off to college. Right. And some individuals out there that didn't come out and hang with us. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But I was one of them ones that I say it's the individual. I was one of them ones that gravitated me, that caught my attention more. Being out in the streets, it kind of caught my attention more, and that made me kind of like go towards it more instead of leaning towards academics or things of that nature. And then, like you say, it's real, man. Like speaking to the kids and the fathers, for real, the fathers. If you got kids, man, like, man, get them babies, man. You feel what I'm saying? Because having a father in your life really molds the child. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It can, if the child feel like he going left and you the father, you can snatch him up.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And bring him out of that. You know what I mean? But I know a lot of fathers, we be struggling and we got this going on and that going on. But I mean, that's how I look at it. It starts with the father. Because if the father can take the child and mold the child, and keep the child from chasing money or thinking that, it got to be about money, and I can provide for you so you don't have to do that, then you probably want to be in. You want to be out there.
And I think another thing too, I think why a lot of kids get into a lot of trouble, and because a lot of them, they have a lot of free time, because parents, a lot of them parents don't put them in academic stuff or sports or anything that gets them away out of from staying in trouble. I mean, you can get in trouble in sports or anything else that you do, but you're still doing something productive. But it's those times where you have parents like the mother and the father, where they both have to work nonstop hours just to make ends meet. You know what I'm saying? So during those times they're gone, you got 8-10 hours where you just you know what I'm saying? So you out there 8-10 hours. As long as you know how to go, you know how to leave and come back at a reasonable time before they come home.
Right.
And so I feel like that plays another part too. I think the workforce system, by them making by the countless hours, you miss a lot of your kids' time. And it's hard for a lot of parents, especially depending on the job you have, whether like you're a nurse, correctional officer, where y'all working like 12-14 hour shifts. So it's like, it's tough, and it's a lot of kids don't have that support like they really supposed to, because most of the parents are tired, or you know what I'm saying, or they have, like you said, they having issues and they're not together, separation, divorce. It's a lot of it's a lot of stuff, man. So man, what during the time, while you was younger, what caused you to get your charge? Like what caused you to get your charge? You don't mind me asking?
Well, in the beginning, my initial charge when I first started doing time, me and my partners, we were hitting licks, stuff like that, kicking in doors, things like that. Basically, man, just how they say, for the love of money.
Love of money, right?
You want money, you want to, you know what I'm saying, have money, you want to get you some nice clothes,
right? Go
to school, and one trying to get you a car. You ain't gotta be riding the bus. You see what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So it was just like, we just want the money and to help my mom out too.
Right. So question.
Yeah.
So during those times when y'all was, robbed, like kicking in doors and all that, like you never had like a scared moment, like, damn, we finna get caught. Like somebody heard us.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you a story. I stopped one time, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you something crazy. So this for the kids out there too. If you listen,
y'all pay attention to this, please.
Open your ears, my nigga. Check me out. Hear me out. Let me grab my cup.
They need to hear stories like this.
I need to hear it. I'm gonna grab my cup real quick. So check this out. I had just got out of jail from. I had went to the county from doing 6 months.
Okay.
Right. I messed around, and when I got out of the county, right, I went to the county for them charges, messing with folks' house, breaking the file, whatever the case may be. So when I got out of jail in 2008, I want to say 9. What was it? Really 9, 8, 9, something like that. I think it was 9. Yeah, it was 9. So I got out at 9, and I'm like, man, I'm back out here. Same old thing. What's next? Right. So I'm in one of my partners. I ain't gonna say his name, but one of my partners, right? He came to me. We was out here like, boy, what's up? Boy, I got a lick. Like, yeah. Like, yeah, I got a lick. At this time, I'm like, nah, I'm really straight. This was my mind telling me, like, I'm dead 6 months in the county behind it.
I'm good.
I'm finna do something different. Right. So, I went on ahead and was like, all right, come on. But my mind telling me like, nah, let it go, leave it alone. Like, don't even, it's over with.
Right.
But I'm like, man, I'm a rock out. I'm gonna go with him. So boom, when I get ready to go with him, man, we go to the spot, and I remember when we get there, I already got a bad feeling. Like, it just don't feel like it's me no more.
Right.
I'm like, man, I don't know. And this comes saying this because it's this peer pressure. And sometimes you just gotta know how to be like, no, I'm straight.
No, I'm straight.
Even when your homeboys peer pressure you.
Right.
Like I said, I ain't gonna say his name, but so we get to the house. He go to kicking it, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? And I guess somebody seen it. I don't know, something happened, and we ran, boom. We wound up running. So my homeboy was already like out by the street waiting on me. So
right.
we go to the street, boom, get in the car, and he like, all right, bro, we finna go back.
You know? We finna go back.
Yeah, he wanna go back. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, I think I tripped out, but let's just bend the corner and go back.
Right.
And at this time, you know what I told him?
What?
I'm straight, bro. I ain't going back.
I ain't going back, fact.
And I can't cap it down. You know what he said?
What?
Bro, come on, bro. You done went to county jail. You on that scary shit now?
You on that scary?
You scary now? What's going on?
That's crazy.
And I say, bro, I'm straight.
Facts.
I'm good. I'm good. I ain't. You go ahead.
Right.
How y'all been there? Hey, bro, drop me off.
Right.
So I didn't feed into the peer pressure. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my, bro, like, I mean, he tried to, but I mean, peer pressure, I ain't fall for peer pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I got my own mind. And we got our own mind. You got to use your own intellect. If you know that ain't right and you tired of it, you don't want to do it, man, push on.
Hell yeah.
I'm straight, push on. I'm going to holler at you, bro.
That's facts.
And they went and dropped me off, and you know what I'm saying? He was talking shit in the car as we was going, like, damn, man, bro, that shit crazy, bro. Like, we could have went back, bro. And I was just like, bro, I'm straight. And I stood on that.
They stood on that. You got to.
I was militant with it, and I stood on all 10 to let them know I'm straight.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that no more, bro. That ain't what? Man, come on, I'm not finna be doing that. Folks giving out too much time for that. So
for real, speaking of time, like the what they call them, the YNs, they have to also understand that you can get lost in the system. And so what they mean by, and getting lost is the worst thing than getting sentenced, because it's like you can sit in a jail without even being processed
for too long.
Like, seriously.
Yeah,
like
finish the road not playing. They got folks sitting there. When I came back, I done cut you off. When I came back in 2024 for down the road, they had me sitting up in there for probably about in the holding cell. Like when you first come in, I sit in intake for about 4 to 5 days. In intake, bro, where they sitting in intake at for 5 days?
That's 5 days.
Like,
it's in there.
It's just in there.
You using it by yourself?
No.
They have a few people in there.
Yeah. People coming in. Some people getting processed back out, OR back out.
Right.
Some people getting bonded back out. Right. But there's a few of us sitting there for a few days.
Right.
Like 3-4 days, 5 days. Yeah, I was in there about 5 days.
Right. That's crazy. So, your first process, getting locked up, like, what was your mindset at that time? Like, going through, get your first time getting fingerprinted, first time, handcuffed, first time having to face a judge. Like, what was that experience, your mindset? For someone that's never been through that young, that's trying to live that lifestyle or whatever, like, what was your experience going through that process? And each time, do it get worse? How worse do each time you have to face the judge does it get?
At 17, first coming in.
Okay.
Man, I don't even think I can remember that far. I mean, but it was if I could just really think, like, it was like one of them feelings like, damn, bro, why?
Why, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, what my first time going to jail, man? Why? What's going on?
You don't know the process. Like, you heard about it, but you going through it. You like, damn, what they gonna do with me? Like, I heard my dudes and stuff getting locked up.
I'm gonna tell you who I was following. We might remember Victor Scott. He Muslim now, one of my brothers. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, he had done been locked up before. Okay. So when I came into county jail for the first time, he was there. He was getting locked up with me that day.
Damn.
And so when he seen me, he was like, "Boy, what's up, bro?" I'm like, "Yo, I'm bringing the little brother." He was like, "Oh, boy, what's happening?" We got to chopping it up, and then when we get in there, he was like, "Boy, we went to chopping on you like somehow we got he felt like this your first time. I was like yeah. So he was like, bro, you straight. I got you. I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just,
so you got somebody straight. You were good. Okay, cool. Okay,
I
cool.
remember Vic Scott, man. He down the road now, man. Shout out to my aunt, man. Assalamu alaikum,
Yeah.
man. You
That's
know what I'm
so.
saying?
So, question: is that a good? Not saying going to jail is not a good thing at all. But I'm saying if you unfortunately have to go be incarcerated, is having someone you know that's established in there good to have?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Especially if it's your first time. Now.
Gotcha.
If it ain't your first time, you know the ropes.
Okay.
I know what's going on.
Gotcha.
Like I done been a few times, so now like I ain't not trying to speak it, but like when I go now, like I feel like I'm an OG in prison. Like
okay,
man,
so you already know because you know. So and I mean, so and you this with any prison you go to. Mm-hmm. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I feel like I'm established. Like I know, you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't
not saying like that, but you just from experience.
So I know, like,
right?
Yeah, I don't need nobody to. I mean, I know how to move, and I can move by myself through
gotcha.
because I understand what's going on. But like when I first came in, bro, really did like, hey, bro, you straight. Let me just goddamn, you ain't gotta like you straight, bro. I got you. Just you know what I'm saying, like you good. So when I went in there, we went to we was at 4-1, so we like 4 East, I think 4 West, 1 and 2. You know what I mean? He slept under the stairs. He's like, bro, you good? Come on. I slept beside him and goddamn, he showed me like, yo, bro, this how you use the phone. This the pen. Put your number in. Right. When they go to the store, they what's going on. You got some folks gonna send you this visitation. So he basically showed me what was going on.
What was going on?
What I'm saying? That nigga, people he pointing out, he ain't talking about nothing. He just woofing. Like,
right.
Really, right. He putting me on point of everything that's going on. So, it was kind of like having him, when I first got in there, having him around and just really showing me, like, yeah, this was going on. Your first time, like, bro, you straight. It ain't like what you think it is. Just come in, do your time, and I'm finna, you know what I'm saying, put you on game what's going on.
Right. So, what's a while? So, you got put into a level 5 prison.
Yeah.
So
this time.
This time. Mm-hmm. So that's the worst prison that you've been to so far.
Worst prison, and to be exact, for a lot of people that don't know, Georgia Department of Corrections is top #1 for the worst state prisons in the United States. So in the United States, Georgia Department of Corrections.
Just period.
Not even Cali worse than Georgia. Yeah,
so Georgia's just the worst.
Georgia's the worst.
So Georgia's the worst place to get locked up and get a crime and all that.
Georgia's the worst prison system to be in.
Facts.
Yeah, Georgia's crazy right now. Definitely.
Dang, man. Yeah. So you got placed in a level 5. So was that a technical error or like because the crime wasn't that serious to be the level 5? But they put you in there mostly with murderers, killers, like some real deal people. Like, so this your first time experiencing a maximum prison like that. So what's the difference between the level 5 and then the other prisons that you've been to? What's the difference between those two?
All right, so you got county counts. County counts, state of Georgia. County counts basically like word counts.
Is that like satellite count? Like a satellite count?
Satellite?
You ever like Allendale? I think it's Allendale, South Carolina. One of them like towards that way. They have a satellite count. It's a prison count.
When you go out and just work.
Yeah,
detail.
Work and detail
something
and
like
stuff.
That. Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
Like work detail. So and they feed you good.
Yeah,
they feed you good. A lot of people, they ain't got a lot of time. Man, I mean, you can breeze through there for real.
Gotcha.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got a lot of people praying on you. Like they sweet. Them the sweetest of it all.
And
like,
so is that fed or is that state?
That's state.
Oh, gotcha.
That's state. But if you go to a state camp and you low. You risk low and you go to one of these type of counts. I mean,
you kind of good.
Only way you got to worry about something if you at one of them type of counts and you owing people money and you ain't paying people and you just doing stupid stuff. Then you get into stuff. But other than that, like them like it's not sweet because you're locked up. But as far as being locked up, that's the best it's gonna get.
Yeah.
All right, but and then you got like amendment medium count stuff like Wilcox, Dooley, Dodge. Riverbend, Willow, them type of counts there, like it goes down. It can pop off, like stuff go down there. You know what I'm saying? But it's different once you hit that. Make it stay, Waycross, Hancock, Smith, Hayes. You know what I'm saying? Telfair. Them level 5s, like 6 of them. It's different once you hit them because you got people in there ain't never going home. They got life without, 2, 3, 4 lives without.
They don't
They
care.
still fighting their cases. Yeah, some of them don't care. Some of them fighting their cases. They humble.
Right.
They trying to like, I'm straight. I'm saying out the way. I'm trying to go home. I'm trying to just beat these. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them, you know, they ain't going home, so they don't care.
Right.
You know, so being in them type of prisons is just like, you know, like it's people more journeyed out, and I say journeyed out to the world is institutionalized. You know what I'm saying? So people more.
It's home for them.
Yeah, it's home for them, man. It's home for them. Like you can't even. They got cuts, and they like, man, you can't even. I mean, one dude, man, I talked to one of my homeboys, my partner Skeet. I still talk to him to this day.
Right.
I go in the cut. I'm hollering at Skeet like, "What's up, boy?" Woo. Old school sitting right here, but I'm in his cut. Skeet cut right here though. You know, his cut to the left, his box and everything with his bunk mate, they to the left. But I happen to go into another cut, and you feel me? And bro was looking at me all crazy, like, and then he wound up telling me like, "Hey, bro, Skeet, his cut over there."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was like, "Okay, bet, say less."
Right.
I went on around the Skeet cut.
Right.
You feel me? But yeah, it's like that. So some people, you know what I mean, it's just a respect level. You know?
Respect is a big thing, and
yeah,
it's a huge thing up there. Which is crazy because a lot of them are criminals and thieves, and so it's like it be weird as hell, man.
And you be laying down. You might be laying down, especially at them level 5s, man. It go on so much. You might just be laying down and you just hear
out
feet
the blue.
Bump beds moving. You get up. What's going on? They fighting.
Just out the blue.
Yeah, he out the blue. You feel what I'm saying? They scrapping up because they finna go at it.
So is the gangs heavy in the level 5?
Oh yeah. They heavy all through
all
Georgia.
Through the prison. Okay.
Yeah, all
gotcha.
through Georgia. But
Gotcha.
I mean, more definitely heavy.
They're definitely heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah,
that's not cool, but cool, I guess.
Yeah, they heavy.
That's man. So my thing is this: when
being you though, not to cut you off, but being you, as long as you be yourself, you straight.
Yeah.
Just be you. Don't try to be nothing more than you.
Right.
Be yourself. You be yourself, you can breeze through.
So basically, dudes will test you out in there if you going in there with the wrong attitude, wrong pressure.
Yeah, if you going there with the wrong attitude, you gonna get what you looking for.
Gotcha.
More definitely. But if you going there, you just be you. Like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm chilling. I'm relaxing. I ain't studying y'all. I'm trying to do this little bit. Right. You know, fight this little case so I can go home.
So you go home.
Ain't nobody paying you no attention.
So the music. So was you working on music while you was locked up, or this came after, or this was before you got locked up, or was it in between the times?
Music, man. I've been working on music since the first time I got locked up. Okay. I've been working on music since I was little though.
Since you were little though.
Since you know, probably about 12, 13.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a story.
Okay.
Quick story.
Do you think?
So my partner with the music, HBZ, shout out to my boy HBZ when he see this, he's supposed to be here with me right now. But my partner HB, so he one day he was like, bro, you know how to rap? I was like, hey, yeah, I know how to rap. What you talking about? You feel me? So he was like, bro, hit something. So we go to his back of his spot, and he like dropped something. And you know what crazy? I dropped remember the That's So Raven?
Yeah.
I dropped the Orlando Brown That's So Raven freestyle on it.
Oh man.
And he was like, man, I know who that freestyle that is, man. That bro freestyle, like, bro, you tripping. You crazy. Nigga, hit your own shit. You know what I mean? He bust my bubble. You know?
He done hit it with the Orlando.
Yeah.
Oh,
he split my wig. Like, boy, you tripping.
Tripping.
We ain't going. I ain't
he
going. He
already knew what it was.
Yeah, that's Orlando Brown. He sat there and let me run it all the way through. Yeah, pretty. He let me run it all the way through. They say, "Oh no, boy, that's Orlando Brown." But that's where you not. Nah, that ain't even yours. You feel me?
He probably was waiting. Maybe thought you probably twisted at the end, add your little flavor to it or something. You know how you doing? Well, you done did a whole rap.
I done did his whole
karaoke in front of him.
He said, "Bro, I ain't going for that." So, you know, with that being said, it was like, you know what I'm saying? I think right after that, I just, you know, I can rap for real, but I just hit that rap.
Yeah, because he just caught you out the blue.
Yeah, he caught me out the blue, and I was like, you know what I'm saying? I can't even remember how the rap go. I don't remember how that rap go, but so.
I bet you rapped it with confidence, too.
With confidence, man. I wish I could remember right now. I hit it, but I don't remember it. So, yeah, man, after that, I mean, I started writing. I remember when they had the We used to have the mic on the headphone. We go to my partner Bullet House in the hood. Record, get drunk, record, rap, record. You know what I'm saying? Put out a little mixtape. We were like 13 years old. Put out a little mixtape in the hood. Everybody love it. Without a mixtape, I think we had like 3-4 different songs. But everybody loved it. Then we had other people that was in the hood who was on some of the songs. Who were remixing songs, and everybody was like, "Yo, boy, y'all need to keep going. Y'all need to rap. Y'all need to keep going." You know.
So, like, out of the people that was rapping with you, like, is some of them still rapping today, or all of them gave it up, or?
Yeah, my partner KP still rapping.
Okay.
He still rapping. He locked up right now. I think he in the feds. He still rap. My partner HB, he still rap. Like he a rapping machine. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you see him, he rapping. He on Bandland rapping. As soon as you run into him, he rapping. You know what I'm saying? That's what he do. He rap too. So
okay.
You know, definitely he love to rap.
Okay. So man, FreakNik. You got a performance at FreakNik, man. So how was that experience, man?
It was a blessing, man.
Shout out Money Mo.
Shout out to Money Mo, man. Shout out to Money Mo. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Anisha you. I'm saying the name right? Aisha you. And Stedman too. So the thing crazy about that situation too right there is that somebody came to me and told me like, "Hey, you want to perform at the FreakNik? I can get you on there." And I was just like, you know, I just got out of prison, so I'm not familiar with the culture and what's going on.
What, around here,
locked up. Yeah, I've been locked up. I'm really kind of junted out to myself, so I ain't knowing what's going on. I'm like, FreakNik? Man, nobody studying no FreakNik.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think, what is that? Like this, it's not saying what is that, but like,
that's
something
ain't
big
custom
in Augusta.
What's going on.
Right. And they like, like, I don't know, man. I might be straight. Maybe like, I was, man, cool. And then this thing, I seen a lot of posting about it.
Like people posting,
FreakNik. And I was like, whoa, hold on now.
Right.
The FreakNik did big.
Yeah.
Did what going on at the FreakNik? Everybody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So then I wind up seeing artists from Augusta.
With the posters.
Forming live. So I'm like, dang.
Let me go ahead and get on this thing.
Bro, I should have performed. I should have jumped on this. You know what I'm saying? So make a long story short, I seen my little cousin TrapDickey. Shout out TrapDickey, man, my family, man. I seen
shout out TrapDickey.
Yeah, shout out TrapDickey, man. I seen him on the flyer coming too. So I'm like, whoa, I need to get in there. You know what I'm saying? So I hit my people back, letting them know, like, hey, look, can you get me on the FreakNik? You know, she was like, I don't know. I gotta try to. I try to get help. You know what I'm saying? When y'all could, I was trying to tell you there was a big thing, like, to do it. You know what I'm saying? You been locked up. You don't know what's going on. I'm trying to help you out, show you this what's going on. I was like, damn, I ain't know it was like that though. Right. I've been chained. You know what I'm saying? She's like, well, I'm trying to tell you that. Right. You feel me? So, but make a long story short, I wound up making some phone calls, and couldn't find out. They basically was like, man, we ain't got no set for you. You can't do no set. You know what I'm saying? Basically, like, we ain't got no show set for you just to perform. Like, I mean, it's everything kind of filled up. So they were basically like, if I can open up for Trey, you know what I'm saying, open up for Trap, I can get on there on Trap, you know what I mean, then they'll be cool. They'll mess with me. So I wind up hitting Cuz up, and from there it was a go. Yeah, it was a go. He was good. Yeah, I hit Cuz up, and Cuz, you know, he like, yeah, man, you know, if you can open up, you can get on my set. If it's on me, then cool. Yeah. I got you. And that's how I wind up getting on the show. Yeah, that was up, man. That was up. So how was the experience? And I gave up the opportunity. But the experience, it was good, man. Just cause that's my first show since I've been home. Since you've been home, right? Yeah, so I mean, it was a blessing, man. I mean, I was thankful for real, for alhamdulillah. All praise due to God, man. I was just thankful to be able to be on the FreakNik and be able to show your skill. Yeah, be able to just, it was, you know, even when I passed over the opportunity. Right. Because somebody came to me and was like, hey, cool, we can get you on here. But I passed over the opportunity because me being, you know, in prison and not knowing what's going on, I passed over the opportunity. Right. You know, so and then being able to get an opportunity, I know that I was walking in my purpose. You feel what I'm saying? That was it was meant. Right. So what's meant for you is gonna it's gonna hit you.
Yeah.
And if it's not meant for you, it's gonna pass you by.
Right. But full circle, it came back to you.
It came back to me, right?
It came back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that what's up, man. So you gonna audition for the Mayfest?
Well, definitely is.
Okay, man.
I'll be down there May 14th. Ain't it May 14th?
Yeah, May 14th.
Yeah, May 14th.
Yeah, rest in peace, Hayes, man.
Rest in peace, Hayes, man. Rest in peace, Hayes, man. I got a story on that too, real quick.
Okay.
I was I had just talked to Hayes, and he was telling me like, yeah, I'm playing your song, man. Woo-doo-woo. I got a couple head bobbing,
right?
But eventually they gonna catch on because I'm finna keep it. I'm finna keep it in rotation.
Right.
So I was like, I bet, man. I appreciate that. And I was like, look, where you at now? He was like, I'm in Hush. I said, cool. I'm finna come by. And I didn't.
You didn't come by.
I ain't stopped by, man. So and to this day now, when I think about it, I was like, damn, man.
Yeah,
when
you
I seen him,
one
when
last
I got
time.
the call and somebody told me like, man, I think something going on with Hayes, bro. You need to find out what's going on. I'm like, what you mean? They're like, man, if I check on Hayes, find out what's going on. No, but I just seen something posted about Hayes.
Right.
And then next thing you know, man, when I get another text saying, man, Hayes gone. He dead, little bro.
Right.
I was like, dang.
Right.
Yeah, it messed me up for a minute.
Yeah, man.
Messed me up, man. I went into like I don't know, man. It kind of, I'm hurt talking about it now.
Right.
Just thinking about it, cause I know like he one of the ones that we had our, you know what I'm saying. Like one time, you know, we had our differences. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like when I got out this time, he was like, "Bro, I'm with you. I'm finna play your music. I got you. This was going on. So
right.
And I know he was playing it. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
So for rest of Hayes, man.
Right. Rest in peace, Hayes.
Yeah.
So question. Do you feel like DJs need to go back to breaking records like they used to do back in the day? Because, you know, DJs had the power to break artists in, but they still do now. They really do have the power to break records just by spinning the records. But there's a lot of DJs down in the CSRA that spinning records.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't really hear them spinning a lot of independent artists in the era. You know what I'm saying? It's mostly mainstream people, but there's so much great music that they're missing because so many great artists and so many upcoming artists that are really dope and have dope music, but they get overlooked because they want to play a Cowboy Carter album or something. No disrespect, but like Beyonce is already there. Like, you know, let's try to create a better Beyonce. Let's try to find a better Jay, a better Wayne, a better, like, instead of, you know, like the people's already established. You got they brands and shit marked. Right. Like their career is solidified. Multi-platinum albums. They can only do so much. Mm-hmm. But it's like instead of the DJs putting all that groundwork into making sure the pockets and stuff stay filled, you can create so many up and coming stars. Mm-hmm. Where they can be forever grateful to you to the point where they always look out for you. Then you could be the next DJ Drama, right, the next DJ Cali, like something. It's like, but a lot of DJs just want to plug and play and do parties and don't really necessarily want to crank up or really open up a window for independent artists. What do you feel about that?
Well, you know, social media is the thing right now. A lot of people go to social media, TikTok, most definitely Instagram. I mean, we all done been driven. Right. The world done put us on social media so much that that's all we know. Right. It's social media. And back in the day, that was the thing. That's how records got broke. Right. You know what I'm saying? Is DJs spinning. So, I mean, I do feel like DJs need to go back to the original trend and just, I mean, even though social media is the thing right now, you can still break records because people still be in the club. I was saying people still go out. Yeah, people still go out. People pull their phone while they out to record the activity. So if you inside, so it's like whatever music they're playing into the whatever activity that you're at, whether it's the Truth Oak or whatever you at. They pull their phone out. They're recording the music and the fun that's involved, and they posting it. So it's like,
And a song is only gonna get as viral as much people attention or paying attention to it, ears to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, for instance, Boots on the Ground. Shout out 803 Fresh.
Shout out 803 Fresh.
Like, cool dude. Like you said, he came here, never met the guy in my life. I had never even heard the song Boots on the Ground. Like, I'm not into Southern Soul, so it's like, so I wouldn't know what that record is, but you know what the record is now. But you got no choice. But
it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Right. But he came in here, bro. He was a regular dude, chilling, cool. Didn't even know this man had a big time record. He just I'm in here talking to him, and I went to his show at Jammin' Moments. He invited us to his show at Jammin' Moments. We went down there. He performed Boots on the Ground. And then the next week, he's on Good Morning America. Mm-hmm. And then it's off from there. I'm like, what the fuck? And like, so you just gotta think, like, he just in here chilling. He here chilling with us, smoking, just vibing. Just a regular dude, bro. Cool as hell. Song is in rotation. And this was like, I think this was in like, March. This happened like March when he was here. March. Mm-hmm. He signed his name on the thing in there. Signed his name on the board and everything. Oh, and yeah, and then
so this was before the song really went up.
This was the song. Like the song was already like he was like when he came here, the song was already trending. Like it was already out there. Like TikTok and them blew the shit up, and people was already buying the fans. So this during a time where the fans and everything was already out. So then like after he left here, he was telling everybody like, you know, I'm gonna be gone for a minute. I gotta get ready to go on tour. Mm-hmm. And next week he was on Good Morning America, and then you see where he at now. It's crazy. It's crazy, but it's good. It's that inspiration. Mm-hmm. It's the inspiration, man. That's what's up, man. So projects, man. What's some new music you got coming out with new project?
Right now I got probably Bowls.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Bowls. I got this single called Bowls. I'm dropping next. Coming down the line, but somewhere down the line. But I got the remix.
Okay.
With TrapDickey, man. Y'all stay tuned.
Oh man, okay.
Yeah, the remix, man.
Okay.
Of I'm Him.
Oh, that's gonna be hard.
You feel me? Like that.
So what made you want to come up with that record, man? That's a hard ass record too, by the way.
Man, it's crazy, man. I was sitting down, man, and I was in prison.
Okay.
So I'm sitting down and I got my phone and I got my headphones in and I'm just scrolling through beats on YouTube and next thing you know, I came across a beat and it was just like dun 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 dun.
You just jigging everything,
yeah. I was like, oh, boy,
you can tell with beat slamming, dudes start rubbing their head. Oh yeah.
I was like, this thing hard. So you feel what I'm saying? And then I picked up on like this the Ludacris beat, the roll out.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know what I'm saying? And I came on it when I first heard it. It didn't even take me long. I still remember. I just came on. If it's about money, I got to go where it's at, but I'm cautious when I go and get it. We don't get fidgety. Police blue like me, y'all know that I'm dirty. Y'all fuck around and hit it. I don't wear caps that's fitted. If I get the spark and I bet his ass bounce like Diddy. Like it just came.
It just came. Yeah.
And, you know, I just started writing like, if it's about money, I got to go where it's at, but I'm cautious when I, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you was in a good day. You was in a good vibe that day.
I was in a good vibe when I heard that beat. Like that beat just, it stuck out to me. And like sometimes when you be writing music, you never know that it's gonna be like
how it's gonna get that. Yeah,
like that's gonna be it.
Because
I'm gonna be real, I overlooked that song.
For real?
Yeah, I didn't think like even though I wrote it, I was like, okay, I got so much other stuff. I like this, I like this, I like this, I like this, and I like this.
So what made you pick that record though? Like as a single? Because obviously that wasn't your first choice. That wasn't your first choice, like what you saying. So what made you pick that single?
My manager.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a good choice. Because it's more commercial.
Yeah.
And people recognize the beat off top, and then the way you freaked it. Because you gotta think when you take a classic beat like a rollout beat for Luda, and then you actually killed it more. You, in my opinion, you ripped it better than him.
Right, went crazy.
Cause you know, cause Luda's animated, so it's like Luda more comical and you know stuff like that. But you
custom wheels with that vibe in
it.
Where'd you get that platinum chain with them windows tinted? Yeah, I remember that.
You feel me?
Oh, definitely.
So iconic though, you know. Yeah. He's a great. But the way you slid and did your thing on that, man, you killed it, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I killed it.
Yeah, you killed it, bro. I ain't gonna count.
Maybe we can put Ludacris on it one time. I don't know.
So and you gotta spend it on the radio too.
Yeah, and it's spent on the radio. More definitely.
That's a good achievement, bro.
It's good, man. It's in constant rotation too, man. You know what I'm saying? That was my purpose. When you moving in your purpose, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's for everybody out there who rapping, indie artists, local artists, whatever it may be, whatever city you in, whatever state, whatever country you in. Right. Like, when you moving in your purpose, it's gonna happen. Right.
I bet you never thought back then you was 15, 16, 17 that now you have music, you know, you got a video coming out, you got a remix of TrapDickey, you know, perform at Freak, one of the biggest events down here in Augusta, right. And you on one of the hottest radio stations down here in the CSRA. Mm-hmm. Like, some good achievements, brother, in a short amount of time that you've been out.
It is, man. You know, somebody came to me the other day, man. I ain't gonna lie, Jay. Somebody came to me the other day that was like, bro, like, you doing it.
Right.
Don't stop. Keep your foot on their neck.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
how long you been out? You said 2 months?
2 months.
Now look what you did in 2 months about being focused. Now just imagine if you were just out this longer.
Yeah.
Focused. What you could have accomplished. You did a lot in 2 months. That's a lot.
I did a lot, man. I did, man. And it's like I say, man, somebody hit me up and was like, bro, you doing it, man. Stay focused, keep going. And to me, it's feel like I don't know. I guess when I look at it, it just seemed like, you know, he was like, well, pat yourself on the back. Get yourself on the back. You doing your thing. But when I look at it, it's basically like,
I need to do more.
Not yet.
I need to do more.
I'm hungry.
Right.
I ain't doing enough.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This ain't. I'm just getting started. Like, I ain't doing. I gotta. Like, I see what you're saying, and I mean, I'm seeing it, and you know what I'm saying. I know I'm moving in purpose, and I'm giving God. You know what I'm saying. Alhamdulillah. I pray through to Allah, so I know I'm moving in purpose. But it's just like, I still. I'm numb right now. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. Like, this is just the beginning. So it's just like yeah, man, it's like really like, you know, I mean, it's I feel numb right now. I feel like I ain't did enough yet.
Gotcha.
For real. I feel like I ain't
That's
did
a
enough.
good thing
to have. Shout out to
though.
Fox 103 though.
That's a good thing
to
have.
For real, man, for just believing in the song.
Right.
From being able to just be like, bro, this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why when they say too, sometimes, man, good music get you far. Like, people be like, bro, it's a lot of trash out here, but it's a lot of good music though. But I mean, you gotta think about it. Like, you still gotta make good music that's with the trend.
With the trend, yeah.
We just gotta keep it real. Like, right now, if you want to come out with a conscious song, you know what I'm saying? I was hustling all my life and I was going through struggles, and my mama only had 2 sons, and you know, you want to rap about all that. Like, I mean, and it might be hard,
right?
But that ain't trending,
right?
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That ain't what's trending.
Right.
So, I mean, and it might be a hard track compared to this girl or this dude over here who just got something where everybody can relate to. I'm in the club and we, you know, and all that. Like, they gonna relate to that more.
Right.
Because that's what's trending right now.
Right.
Now, will the music ever go back to the conscious trending culture?
Storytelling.
I mean, hopefully so. Hopefully it will go that
yeah. I honestly think, my opinion, I think in the next, we're in 2025, I say before 2030, music it's going to return, because you got to think, how long have we been going with the thought culture?
Well, it's been a long time.
It's been a long time. This been the longest. I think this been going longer than crunk era. Mm-hmm. Longer than the snap era, the futuristic era.
This been a long era.
This been a long era.
It's been a long era. And if you notice, there's a lot of, remember, if you notice too now, a lot of the singing and rapping kind of going, like, it's still in, but you kind of starting to hear more rap.
Yeah, you starting to hear more rap.
More rap, more bar for bar, lyric for lyric,
right.
more just people, even if it's just bubblegum.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? It's still, well, they just rapping. They ain't doing a lot of harmonizing.
Right.
I think.
But yeah, because a lot of them can't really rap.
Yeah, they can.
I mean, without the harmonize, that way you don't hear a lot of artists dropping because a lot of their music isn't trending as much as now. Right. So, but yeah, like I said, before 2030, it's gonna be a change in music. You know, don't know what the change is gonna be, but I think it's gonna go back to good. Like, you know how the late 90s was, where it was more melodies and like they doing it now by sampling a lot of 90 tracks. Yeah. From the 90s. Like they sampling a lot of tracks in the early 2000s. So you've seen a lot of songs being remade now. So yeah, I hope it do. Because you know that gives everybody, and that gives you more variety. Because back then, you know, thought culture has always been here. Even back in the blues days, it's always been with Millie Jackson and all them. But it's like now it's like more females, and every female talking about that same thing. They might have a different way of saying it, but it always back leads to my coochie and whatever else. But back then you had a Lauryn Hill, you had an EVE. You had the Brat. You had people that had talked about other things that didn't just sexuality. You get what I'm saying? Lauryn Hill was like than just sexuality. You had more. Lauryn Hill had one album, and they still talked about to this day. Right. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So one of the greatest albums of all time. So it's like great album. Exactly. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. So before we slide off on NewbieVeT, man, how can they get in contact with you for bookings? And is there any love you'd like to shout out?
Man, again, man, contact first. Contact, man. You get in contact with me, man. OTRU Sinatra. At gmail.com. You know what I mean? If you're trying to book me for any kind of bookings or something like that. And Facebook, Instagram, everything else, all platforms, OTRU Sinatra. And man, shout out for real, man. Shout out to you first for having me on here.
Man, I appreciate it, King.
We got to most definitely. We're gonna shout out to you first for giving me the opportunity, man, to be on this platform and be able to express myself, you know what I mean, and get out to the world, like, you know, a little bit of me.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's a long, like, we can go. There's a lot of stuff we can talk about now because we go hours and hours.
Oh yeah, I already know. We're gonna book again.
But yeah, most definitely. We
bring it back again. Bring a part 2, part 3.
Yeah, most definitely, y'all.
Love to have reoccurring guests coming on.
But shout out to you, man, for having me on here, man.
Man, no problem. Anytime, King.
Shout out to Fox 103 once again, man. Terry Monday, straight up, most definitely. Shout out to Terry Monday. Shout out to TrapDickey, man, my cousin, Facts. You know what I'm saying, for you know, giving me the opportunity to and being able, you know what I'm saying, to jump hop on this track. You know, shout out to my manager for real for pushing me, keeping me going every day. You know what I'm saying, talking to me, telling me, you know, working together when we feel like we have to sit on the phone a long time and figure it out, like, well, this is what we gotta do next, like what we gonna do next, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to her too, and man, just and just I'm grateful, I'm thankful. You know what I'm saying? Alhamdulillah, like I said, I'm thanking Allah for just giving me the opportunity, man, to be able to be here and share my light. You feel what I'm saying, on the rap culture and the rap community, right? And just be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And because people it's really just about, man, too, man. You got to be authentic. Yeah. You know, you got to be yourself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so.
Gotta be original.
Be you that makes people gravitate to you. You feel what I'm saying? But most definitely. And we here, man. OTRU Sinatra, man. We here.